conclusion, I agree with proper spanking, not abusive spanking. So we need to learn how to spank, not just to do. Yeah, I thought like that. I think like that. So I'm gonna ask you guys about spanking. So I heard in USA and Canada, spanking is illegal because when I asked about this to my homestay mom, she said in Canada and USA there are many stepmother and father, so sometimes they can just hit even though the children didn't behave wrong. So it is illegal. But I think sometimes we need this. So if it is legal, how can we how can we know somebody hit children even though they didn't do wrong? How can you know? You guys said it is good, so you guys think it should be legal.
Yes,
Legal.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it should be legal.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on culture. But in Canada or in USA, they think spanking or smacking and hitting is very bad behavior.
Yeah.
That's why they think it should be illegal. But in our culture, I think this is common behavior.
But in Korea also, new mom, like young mom, think it is not good. In my cousin's case, she didn't spank her children because she think if she spank him, he will behave wrongly. If for example, his friends steal something from him, and then he will hit. Just don't say something. Just hit because his mother hit him. So do you think even though the children learned from parents' behavior, you can hit, you can spank?
Why not?
I think the parents is the role of the famous role for
I
children.
think spanking is not abusing.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, that's
But
right.
we hit. Hitting is not good, but
It's okay. Spanking is okay.
just it is okay.
So, is your question? Is it okay? What about when it's not okay?
Yeah.
Like someone hits a child and they didn't do anything wrong, or they're just laughing too loud, or playing too loud, or
Even though when I search about this, many people said because children learned something from parents, so parents' behavior is important. But spanking is kind of hitting, so maybe children will learn hitting from parents. But when I read about this, I don't have opinion or information about that idea, because even though I agree with this, it is disadvantage. The part of disadvantage, the other part, yeah. So I wanna ask you guys, do you think we have a solution about this? don't you think children will learn violence behavior from parents?
I think you already said we should not do spanking to infants
Yeah.
because they can understand what is right and what is wrong. So if we can explain the children what is right and what is wrong, then we can persuade the child not to do that again. We don't need to spank the child, I think. At first, we need to explain why that behavior is wrong and bad. But even though I explained the child over and over, but children's behavior is not corrected, then at the last, we can spank as a punishment.
Finally.
Finally, yes, I think so. Whenever children behave badly, the spanking a child is not right. I think at first we need to explain. Then I think give them a opportunity to think about their behavior. And then if they don't correct their behavior, then finally we can spank the children, I think. And I think spanking depends on the culture and the situation. So if I see a parent, mom or a father spanking their child in public place, it looks really bad.
So you think we have another way to discipline children
Yes.
without spanking? But finally we can use this, but we don't need to use often spanking.
Yeah, I think we need to keep spanking a child legal because sometimes we need that. If we can't, even though I explained the children what is wrong, that they have no will to correct their behavior, then I think that at that time we can spank. So.
Nikki, Aiko, Julie? Even experience of your own spanking, were you ever spanked where you thought it was wrong? Were you ever spanked in anger? Or were you ever spanked in public? Do you have something to share? Aiko, Nikki, and Julie? An opinion on this topic?
My first family, my host mother has 2 years host son.
A 2-year-old
A
son.
2-year-old son. And now he is in a very difficult period. Whenever my host mother scold him, don't do that, don't do this, but actually I think he realized what is bad, what is right, but because of the difficult period, he never accept the mother discipline. So, and my host mother and my host father now doesn't have any solution to correct his behavior. But my host mother disagree the spanking the child, so she wouldn't do spank her child. But sometimes I'm very frustrating because if I were her, I would spank him. Because obviously his behavior is not good and he should realize what is right and what is wrong.